Now what is pronunciation? Here in the pronunciation, students ask me about the accent, which I have already discussed, so we don't need to imitate the accent of the native speakers of English. So pronunciation over here means whatever you are speaking should be very clear for the examiner to understand. Clarity of speech. Okay, it should be effortless for the examiner to understand. The more you make the examiner put effort from his or her own side to understand your words, the more you lose marks. For example, there are many people whom I have come across who pronounce this word as southern. There are many people who pronounce this word as southern. So this is not southern. You're definitely making it difficult for the examiner to understand your words. So you'll be marked down for this. Or this word they pronounce as child, as far as I have seen. Child, China, many people pronounce it like this. So this they are pronouncing it as A, whereas this sound is I. In the phonetics, this sound is known as I. Okay, so this has to be called as child, and the word has to be China. The next one is China. So that has to be not A, that has to be I. So if you speak like that, you say child and you say China, you will definitely lose marks under pronunciation, because it will not be clear for the examiner to understand. You're causing stress for the examiner to understand your words, and you will lose marks over there. The other thing under pronunciation is intonation. Okay, intonation. So it's about the tone of your voice. Okay, so your tone of the voice should be, there should be sharp rise and fall in the tone of your voice. If you like, there are few people who say everything in a flat tone of voice. This is known as monotone. Now listen to this. Imagine a person speaking like this. I went to the market where I met a old friend of mine. I went to the ice cream parlor and had an ice cream with him. Now, while having ice cream, we had conversations regarding about our school and about our college lives and how far we have arrived in our lives. And after that, we departed and we said goodbye to each other, because I had to leave the other day for my native town, which is far away from where I was. I had visited my granny's place, which I had to leave the other day. So I wished him goodbye and we exchanged numbers so that I could contact this person in the future. Getting it? So if you look at this answer, this is all going in a very flat tone. Right. So it should not be in a flat tone. Everything should not be monotone. Your tone of voice should fluctuate. There should be sharp rise and fall in the tone of voice. For example, consider that someone comes and tells you that your friend, one of your friends has met with an accident. And this person tells you this with a lot of excitement. What will you do? Definitely slap this person. Because if your friend has met with an accident, this is something that the tone of voice should express grief over here. This is a sad thing. And the person who informs you this must express grief in her or his or her voice. Similarly, if I come to tell you that you have topped the university and I tell you with such a burden on my heart, okay, oh, you have topped the university, you will definitely slap me or you will consider me as your enemy. Like, I am not happy on you topping the university, right? So that has to show some sort of excitement. That it has to show that, oh, well, you have topped the university. So that has to be emphasized, and that your tone of voice should rise over there and it should express happiness, right? So whatever you are saying, your tone of voice should match your words. The expressions should match. Expressions in terms of your tone of voice, not facial expressions, because your body language, gestures, postures and facial expressions are not taken into consideration.